The economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and soaring food prices have left many households struggling to make ends meet. Scopa says the compensation and unemployment insurance funds are contributing to the plight of vulnerable workers. The compensation fund is mandated to ensure that workers have social security in the event of an injury or disease at the workplace, while the UIF provides short-term relief for workers when they become unemployed. MPs say the top brass at these funds is failing to execute their mandate.
They are continuing on a trajectory of a lavish lifestyle, whilst the majority of our people suffer. And the perennial headache of the compensation fund and the UIF has been with us for the longest of time.
Both the compensation fund and the UIF say they've placed billions of rand in unlisted investments. They've also considered that it's not easy to disinvest from unlisted investments without being exposed to further losses.
Because unlisted investments, unlike listed investments where you can find a buyer anywhere, with unlisted investments, they're kindly illiquid. And when you invest for the long term. So at the time when you want to get out of an investment in the short term, you may not necessarily realize the benefits that you intended with that particular investment. So it's not as easy.
At the same time, both funds are using consultants at a cost of about 20 million rand over a period of a year to assist with audits. Scopa members were also unhappy that some UIF officials who were found guilty of misconduct got away with just written warnings.
The officials with the SIU cases, it was due to contravention of SCM processes, in particular the interpretation of sole source against emergency. We had procured a media company using sole source during an emergency, and the interpretation was we didn't interpret the sole source correctly.
The UIF also says it's already recovered 123 million rand through the Asset Forfeiture Unit for COVID-19 tears. Lula Mamatya, SABC News, Parliament.